Hello everyone, welcome back. I have been gone for a while. I needed to get my head straight and back on tightly, but I have been watching the shit show that is our society ever since I took my little break from COVID to critical race theory being taught in school. Now, I was going to originally make a video talking about each of those things, giving you my insight on what's happening with COVID and what I think should be happening with the vaccines. And of course, critical race theory, parents are fighting back, and it is beautiful to see. And originally, I was going to do videos on both of those two topics, give them to you, let you decide on your own. But today, I couldn't do that while blindly ignoring what's going on in the world today. It's not just about us right now. It is about, honestly, the entire state of mankind and what has been going on. So if you have not heard, top of the news this week or today, actually it's been in the news quite a while, is we pulled out of Afghanistan. We're gone. We're out of Afghanistan, and predictions were made and predictions were not met. So it is getting pretty tiresome out there, and of course on our end we have people blaming, guess who? Trump. Guys, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you've been aware the last 8 months roughly. Trump isn't president anymore. In fact, you guys hated this fool so much that he's banned from pretty much every social media outlet in the world. You don't hear from him. You haven't heard from him. You haven't seen not one little mean word coming out of Trump's mouth. Yet, somehow, he makes it into a conversation. He's gone, folks. Look, I know you miss him. I know you loved him. I know you just couldn't get enough of that Cheeto orange face, just always in your face and tweeting mean things. Like, I get it. I understand. I miss the guy too, but he's gone. It's not coming back anytime soon. We still got 3.5 more years with Biden, and he's flying this plane, and he doesn't know where the fuck he's going. All right? So just buckle up. It's about to get wild. So let's get into this video. So our troops are out of Afghanistan now. They're coming back home, but it was the prediction that was made that the Taliban, who controlled the region, was just waiting for us to leave. And people thought that, oh, it will take them a few months to kind of, overtake the region. It took them less than 3 days. These fools were waiting, okay? Now, I don't know the politics of it all. They're saying we need to get out of there. The region was under control. U.S. troops had the place on lockdown. It was on lockdown. It was so far on lockdown that the Taliban was waiting on the outskirts of the city, poking their heads up out of their caves, trying to see if we were still there for the last 20 years. Because they knew the moment we left, it was open season. So now, what's happening? Taliban have run into capital city of Kabul. The president's fled. People are trying to get out of the country because they know what is happening. So, what do we do here in America? We blame a dude that hasn't been president for a year. Now, to be clear, Trump was also thinking about pulling out the troops out of Afghanistan. I know. I said something bad about Trump. But here's the thing, is that Trump was advised that pulling out of Afghanistan would destabilize the region. He was told by his top intelligence advisors, hey, Mr. President, I don't think that's a good idea. Why? Because the Taliban are just waiting to kind of go back in there and take over after 20 years. But that doesn't seem like a really good idea. I know my Trump impersonation isn't that great, but you get what I'm trying to say. Biden's advisors told him the same thing. Mr. President, sir, I don't think pulling out of Afghanistan is a really good idea. What time is it? Sir, pulling out of Afghanistan, not a great idea. I don't think you should do it. Oh, yeah, all right, let's go ahead and do that. We'll do a press conference on it. I don't know. He fucking falls asleep in the middle of the meeting. But he did. He was advised against it. He ended up doing it anyway. And now, listen, my main thing is, people online don't really understand what it means to be oppressed. You had these riots last summer, you had these Black Lives Matter protests, you had all this stuff going down, and these people who were protesting in terms of being oppressed are not understanding what it actually means to be oppressed. So let me break it down for you. The women in Afghanistan right now are going back in the burqas. You know what the burqas is? That long dress head covering that you only see their eyes. They're going back into that. If they resist, they're getting stoned, they're getting raped, they're getting acid thrown in their faces, because these women over the last 20 years in Afghanistan were actually going to school. They were getting educated, they were getting smart. Shit, the mayor of Afghanistan is sitting, and she said, and I quote, "I'm just waiting for the Taliban to come and kill me." He knows what's going to happen. And that is, if that does not take you to the bone, if that does not just kind of wake you up right now, I don't know what will. Because the women, even little girls who are going to school, are now going to have to face the fact that they are going to be married off to these old men and sold into probably sex slavery. Okay? Meanwhile, America's sitting here, the most powerful force in the world, in all of human history, is just sitting back watching it happen. This is why the world isn't taking us seriously. We have a leader who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He doesn't know what is happening. Okay? When people were fleeing from Cuba, we did nothing. When China decided to take over Hong Kong, we did nothing. Trump was president when Hong Kong took over. Yeah, he was, and he tried to get troops over there to help, but you know what stopped it? Politics. Politics stopped it. Otherwise, we've been over there and punched Xi Jinping in the face and called him Winnie the Pooh. Did you know that you can't call Xi Jinping Winnie the Pooh in China? You know that's actually a form of what's the word? Betrayal. What's the word? I forgot the word. It starts with a T. It will come to me later. But yeah. You will get thrown in jail for calling the president of China Winnie the Pooh. But apparently people want us to believe that we're living in an oppressed society, that America is so deep-seatedly racist and oppressive to its people. Listen, none of you people know what oppression is. Not one soul. So please stop. So what does this mean going forward? What does it mean going forward? What does it mean for our country? It means the world doesn't respect America anymore. It means that as of now, China and Russia are moving into Afghanistan and probably going to cut a deal with the Afghanistanians or the Taliban to mine the resources, because that's what officials are starting to say now. China has already moved in because we told the Taliban, hey guys, please don't kill people. You want to look good on the world stage. You want to look good. Please, look, we want to give you guys aid. We want to help you guys rebuild Afghanistan. We just don't kill anybody. Please, just don't subjugate the women. Don't throw the kids into sex slave school. Don't do any of that, and we will give you aid. We will give you aid to rebuild your country. China's over here like, no, guys, you can do whatever the fuck you want. We're going to give you aid anyway, because you know what? We want to roll in there and mine those precious natural resources. Yes, we do. So fuck what America is doing right now. They're not going to give you shit. You can go out and do whatever you want. Just go and do it. Do it. But remember, China, we want to come out there and we want to help you guys mine those resources, because we're going to take it all. Okay, so you're going to get your money. Just remember to let us in. That's literally what's happening right now, and it's mind-boggling. So again, people want to focus on January 6th. January 6th, it was a threat to our democracy. One, we don't live in a democracy, we live in a constitutional republic. That's why in the Pledge of Allegiance it says, to the republic for which it stands. It doesn't say to the democracy for which it stands. It says, and to the republic for which it stands. It says that for a reason, because we don't live in a democracy, we live in a constitutional republic. But just say, for the sake of this analogy that I'm about to give you, for shits and giggles, we live in a democracy. The people who are saying that January 6th was the fall of democracy, Afghanistan just lost their democracy, and those same people are defending it. So, am I supposed to take you seriously? Am I supposed to sit here and be like, yeah, got a point there, January 6th lost their democracy, but Afghanistan just kind of, in the span of 3 days, has lost fucking everything. So we're still going to talk about how bad January 6th is, how much of a threat on our democracy January 6th was, while at the same time ignoring what's going on in fucking Afghanistan right now. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. That's exactly what the fuck we're going to do, because I kid you not, next week we're going to hear more about this January 6th committee and people coming up and testifying over the evils of January 6th, while also not only ignoring Afghanistan and what's going on there, also ignoring all that summer and all the cities that burned. So, guys, we're living in absolute clown world right now. It's clown world to the nth degree. I don't know how other way to describe it. Just this is what it is, because everything is going to turn back around to Orange Man. Oh, Trump's fault. You just let these people believe what they're going to believe. That's all I got to say. Just let them do what you're going to do. You're not going to change any of these people's minds, because Biden can start World War III. Because remember when Trump was supposed to start World War III with North Korea, none of that shit happened, and no one had anything to say? Well, let Biden start World War III, and no one fucking bats an eye. But somehow it'll end up being Trump's fault. Because fucking everything is Trump's fault. Of course. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, I really do appreciate it. I am back. I'm going to be doing more commentary on this because the whole COVID situation, critical race theory in school, now that school's back in session, and of course the Afghanistan dilemma that's happening right now is all insanely crazy. But first, before we go, a couple of announcements. I am starting up Indie Monthly Magazine. Well, what is Indie Monthly Magazine? I'm glad you asked, fellow citizen. It's basically a magazine, think Nintendo Power, but geared towards more independent creators. So I'm going to be bringing you contributions and interviews from other indie creators or Kickstarter or projects, and where you can find them, where you can read them and stuff like that. So I'm launching the first issue in September. Now, I haven't really picked the date yet, but September is coming. So if you haven't subscribed to my mailing list, go to heroicstudiosmedia.com, hit that little, or fill out the subscription form out there, and then let me know what you guys think. Of course, my manga Ultima, The Legend Untold, is on there too. It's coming to a complete end for the first story arc, then I'm taking a long deserved break. But go check those out, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Should we have pulled out of Afghanistan? Should we still be there? And I got to add one more note that people are saying that we were in a war with the Taliban. No. As I said earlier in the video, we had the whole entire region locked down. You know, we had one casualty. One soldier died. Thank you for your service, sir. And most people don't even know who this soldier is, because I don't know who he is, but he died. It was one soldier, and he died back in February of 2019. So it wasn't a war. These people were running around in caves with no clue what they're doing, trying to take over the region, but we were there, and we had the shit on lockdown. So we're gone. So should we have left Afghanistan? Should we stay? Do you think we're going to go back? You know what? I think highly likely we're going to be going back in Afghanistan, and I hope we do, because we need to show these people that we are a superpower to be reckoned with. You don't mess with America, because if you let these people run around in Afghanistan with our weapons, mind you, they have our weapons and our helicopters and our Humvees. They have all of our weapons. How long do you think they're going to take before they come over here and do 9/11 Part 2? Are we going to wait for that to go over there and kick those fuckers in the face? I surely hope not, but you know, we got President House plan up in the White House. We have no idea what he's doing, and so it is very likely that that will be the case. But until next time, folks, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you liked the video, hit the like. If you didn't like the video, hit the dislike button. Leave comments. I want to know your thoughts. Let's open up a nice civil discussion down there. All right, guys, I will see you next time on another episode of Culture Shock. Take care.